Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today for our webinar. My name is Tori and I'm from the marketing team here at Houzz. Just a little housekeeping before we begin. This webinar is being pre-recorded. You can listen to it whenever works for you and come back as many times as you want. If you have any questions, please send them to ukprocommunity@houzz.com and we will get back to you as quickly as possible. As such, please note that this webinar is based on advice at the time of production and some points may not apply at the time of viewing. Please stay informed with the latest advice from your local and national authorities. In today's webinar, I will be discussing how home renovation and design businesses can navigate this really challenging time. We've been able to speak to some professionals from our community to gather the insights on how businesses are adapting, and we'll go through these in the webinar. I want to start off quickly with a message from our CEO and founder, Adi Tatarko. She said, Houzz is first and foremost a community, and we know that the COVID-19 pandemic has significantly impacted our community of home professionals and homeowners around the world. We are all trying to navigate this rapidly developing situation as best we can. So as mentioned, the situation is constantly changing, and while the info was correct at recording on the 6th of April, some of the information may not be up to date today when you listen. Another important thing for us to cover today is the basic protective measures as outlined by the World Health Organization. With some professionals still working on site, we've looked at how you can apply these measures to your work. Practice good respiratory hygiene. This is common sense. If you cough or sneeze, do it in a tissue or in your elbows so you're not getting the matter on your hands and spreading it via surfaces. Lastly, stay informed. Updates are changing regularly. Follow advice from healthcare providers, national and local public healthcare authorities. So here's the agenda for today. Number 1, working with and setting homeowner expectations during this time, especially if you know there are going to be delays or significant changes to the project scope. Managing your business and how you can effectively move your business online to reduce the loss of productivity. Deep dive into ensuring business continuity during this time and the steps you can take to make sure you're keeping the pipeline full. We'll touch on some business ideas during isolation if you are not able to leave your house, which is currently recommended by the UK government. And lastly, we'll explain what Houzz is doing to help our community of professionals and homeowners. First off, setting homeowner expectations. During this disruptive time, your clients will be seeking reassurance and clarity on how their projects will proceed. So it's important to communicate with your clients as much as possible. The 3 main things to be upfront about are timeline. What is the new timeline for the project? Is it the same or can the client anticipate delays? Do you have to put the project on a complete pause? Secondly is costs. Are there any new costs the client should be aware of? Do you foresee any increases in prices at this stage? And lastly, are there any other changes? Have there been any changes of your staff or team that the client should be made aware of? Are there certain products or materials that you've not been able to get? And what alternatives are you looking into using? Communicating all this to your client can be as challenging as it can be inconvenient, but it's crucial and will show your clients that you are thinking of them as well. Some of the ways you can communicate this is to send an informative email with steps and measures you are taking to stop the spread while at work. I'm sure most of you have received a lot of these emails over the last couple of weeks, and we'd recommend getting in touch with your clients in the same way. When you speak to your client, make sure your clients know they'll be able to get in touch with you during this period. Give them different ways to contact you, via whether it be via video conferencing, over the phone, or simply over email, whichever is easiest for you both. It's important to ensure that you're quick to reply as well during this time. There are many great tools to take advantage of when communicating with your clients. Why not try a video call to show them your ideas, or send them a 3D model to help visualize the plans? Houzz also has idea books, so you can both share inspiration to help keep a project on track. Given the situation's progression over the past several weeks, you may have already had clients in touch with you, but if not, hopefully you can offer them reassurance during this time. We've pulled together a sample email on the next slide for you to have a look at. You can use this to send to your current potential and past clients. The subject line can be something like an update from your company team, or something like a message to our customers regarding coronavirus. You want to make it quite clear so that it doesn't go ignored. If your client base is small, address the person you're speaking to, but if you're sending the email en masse because you have a bigger client base, it may not be possible to tailor the name, in which case you can use Dear Valued Customer as an example. Start the body of the email off with 1 to 2 sentences acknowledging what's happening. It may also be good to mention the government enforced measures are changing every day, which may affect how your business runs in the future, but this is an update as it stands. Now you should include a short paragraph on what steps your company is taking. For example, if your staff is working from home, or if you will still be able to manage construction projects remotely with a skeleton staff at hand. Whatever applies to your current situation, it's good to outline the details so that your client can feel reassured. You'll want to cover how this will affect the client. Is it still business as usual? Probably not in the UK right now, but let them know what they can expect from you in the coming weeks and assure them that you are taking their needs into consideration. Finish off by providing contact details so your clients can easily reach out to you. So next we're going to talk about managing your business. There are plenty of opportunities to manage your business using software and new processes that will help you keep things running efficiently. Managing your business with the current restrictions and limitations does mean that you will have to adapt and start moving some aspects of your business online. But we're fortunate to have so many technologies available. So what does running a business online look like? The most common thing we're hearing from professionals already is using video conferencing tools such as Zoom or Google Hangouts to speak with colleagues and clients, which eliminates in-person contact. Enhancing your digital presence as a form of marketing yourself. It's important to appear active on relevant platforms. Taking all payments via credit card or direct debit. You won't be able to handle cash at this time, so ensure you are set up for digital transactions. Consider using a business management software to help streamline your work. Houzz Pro is a newly launched all-in-one business solution that allows you to both manage and grow your business. Get in touch with us if you're interested in learning more by replying to the email that you got this webinar from, or get in touch with us directly at ukprocommunity@houzz.com. You can also create sketches, mood boards, and other visual elements digitally. This will make it easier to share with clients via email. And manage a team remotely with online task management programs. This way you can stay up to date with what your staff are working on and also order them so they know what takes priority. Sean Carter of Carter Williams Architects says, "We are going to have a Zoom meeting in the morning and after lunch to check in and keep connected. It's remarkably easy, and working remotely is forcing us to use technology that's been around a while. I know a lot of businesses are utilizing video conferencing, and it's important to familiarize yourself with these tools." In addition to going online, with coronavirus affecting supply chains, particularly steel coming from China, tiles and stones that come from Italy, and textiles that come from other parts of the world, we recommend looking at local suppliers and manufacturers where this is possible. Think local and see what alternative suppliers you can use to reduce delays. Juliana of GDP Interior Design said, "There are growing numbers of local textile manufacturers and custom furniture companies. This has the added benefit of boosting local business." So next we'll look at ways you can help maintain business continuity during this uncertain time. Although it's a challenging time for a lot of people and businesses, one small silver lining is that right now, the home is more important than ever to your clients. While we are all indoors, the home is their sanctuary and shelter in place. And even if there is a slowdown, now is a great time for homeowners to start planning their next big renovation. Reminding yourself of this may help you connect with clients and understand their needs better. If you've traditionally only worked in certain parts of the city or certain towns, you may be limiting your clientele. During times of uncertainty, it's a good idea to expand the areas you work in and market yourself there. Start off by looking at cities and towns that are nearby to the areas you usually work, so getting to the job site is feasible. Finally, and this ties to the points above, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. You might not always be able to choose your ideal client during this time, but you will be glad to have a project. If you are already on our Houzz marketing program, you can also speak to your client success manager about adding new areas to your package. Francis Causeway of White Pebble Interiors offers these useful tips. You can't get fixated on this is the way I've always done it or this is what I planned. Be adaptive, think about what clients need right now, and find new ways to deliver. Another strategy you can look at is diversifying your offerings. Look at selling different products that are coming from UK manufacturers and adding these to your collection. You can also look into learning new skills that you can add to your services. For example, if you're an interior designer that focuses more on the decoration side, you could become more involved in the construction side. Perhaps you could work on learning how to create digital 3D models to show your vision for the project in a new dynamic way using technology. And study what's in demand for clients and potential clients and see if it is something that you can apply into your work. Use the Houzz Discussions forum to start a conversation and get ideas from our editorial stories on what homeowners need right now. Although it can be quite difficult to look beyond the next few weeks, investing in long-term business strategies will mean that you are not frantically planning for when things return to normal. Looking at the 2020 State of Industry report, we can see that the top business strategies for growth for professionals are increasing market and sales efforts and bringing in larger budget projects. Now I'm going to come back to advertising and sales efforts. If you're bringing in larger budget projects, especially ones that extend for longer periods of time, that should help you weather the current situation, as Chris Barnes from Field Office Architecture has said. Improving employee productivity was also a popular choice, and by investing in your employee training, your employee productivity will be benefiting in the long run. Upskilling your employees will mean that your business can provide more, and it might be useful to do it now while things are more quiet so that they are ready when things return to normal. So coming back to advertising and sales, during an economic slowdown, it seems to make sense to cut back on advertising and marketing. However, research has shown that companies which advertised during an economic downturn actually expanded their market share and maintained their image long run. This benefited them significantly in the long run and put them in a better position when things return to normal. If you are looking for marketing solutions, Houzz Pro is a brand new platform that can help you grow your business by building your brand, expanding your online presence, which is needed at a time like now, and getting more leads and managing your website. Houzz Pro also helps you manage your website online with a CRM, which helps you have a better experience managing inquiries and leads. The 3D Planner offers the ability to plan any room and do a 3D walkthrough. With mood boards, pros can better communicate with their vision and brainstorm creative ideas. It's a visual design tool that can bring your ideas to life. If you're interested in knowing more about our program, you can respond to the email that sent you this webinar or contact us directly at ukprocommunity@houzz.com. Business ideas during isolation. This is quite a unique time in our lives, but many of us are being directed to stay indoors. However, being inside doesn't mean no work. During this period when we are directed not to leave the house, there are some important things you can do to stay occupied that will also benefit your business in the long run. First off, start sorting through your bookkeeping. This is super important now as you want to know the position of your business financially. Start planning your pipeline for when you are out of isolation and when things start returning to normal. Touch base with any potential clients you haven't talked to in a while. Even a chat on the phone can lead to new work down the line. Catch up on any administrative work you may have been putting off. We know it's never fun, but it's an important thing to do. You can also upload your recent projects to Houzz to make sure your profile is up to date, and follow up with any old clients for reviews to add credibility to your business profile. Lastly, today I'm going to briefly discuss what Houzz is doing to help. Our editorial team has been writing stories on how businesses are adapting to the evolving circumstances and how you can manage your business and work with clients during this disruptive time. Please continue to share questions, ideas, and suggestions for what content would be useful to you by emailing int-marketing@houzz.com. We also have a forum for you to discuss challenges and ideas with your fellow professionals away from our general readers. You can find it in the discussions section of Houzz and click on the Pro to Pro at the bottom left-hand side of the page. That's all for today. If you're interested in learning more, you can send an email to ukprocommunity@houzz.com and we'll make sure to get you connected with someone from our team. Also, we would love to get your feedback on this webinar topic and presentation. Let us know if you found it useful and if it offered information that you can apply to your business. If there's any other topics you'd like to suggest to us, please feel free to email at ukprocommunity@houzz.com. We always really like to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in our next webinar. Bye.